Hey everybody, Brian Blessing coming to you from Las Vegas, oddsworthbetting.com, featured pick of the day, available to you below this video for a Friday. Build your bankroll heading into a very busy weekend. Now, not busy so much in college football because we're all focused on bowl season. These numbers are out. We've already seen some early line movement, but we're focused on Army, Navy, and Army catching 15 points in this spot. It'll be interesting to see if the cadets have taken a step forward here. The entire thought process at West Point has changed with the single goal in mind to beat Navy. Navy has owned Army. The bottom line is they've changed the culture. They've changed the cadets' routine and their schedule to make it more easy for this team to prepare for football and given them the opportunity to succeed. And it seems like they are indeed taking a step forward. The wagering number, of course, is the great equalizer. Winning the game is one thing, catching 15 is another. But it is really, visually, one of the true great spectacles in sports. When Army-Navy gets together, that's on Saturday. But first things first, we've got Friday action for you. And in college basketball, it's a pretty light night. And, of course, we set the table for a monster weekend with some huge college basketball games. College hoops really going to start picking up some steam here. And on Friday night, number 14, Iowa State, they've got a rivalry game at Iowa. And the other one, you wouldn't think 2 weeks ago we'd be mentioning this. NJIT is at Holy Cross. NJIT, of course, upsets Michigan. And then Michigan follows that up with a brutal shooting performance, a low-scoring loss to Eastern Michigan. And now the Wolverines have to take on Arizona. Oh, John Beilein's a great coach, but something's not right with Michigan at the moment. And in the NBA, we've got 12 games, 12 on a Friday night to help you build your bankroll getting into the weekend. Portland's at Chicago. The Clippers at Washington. John Wall, boy, he's something special. And the Clippers have turned a corner. Cleveland at New Orleans. That'll be interesting. You get LeBron James and the Cavs starting to figure things out. Davis and the Pelicans having a decent season. And then the Lakers at San Antonio, years past, that was the game of the night. The Lakers, not as brutal as they've been in the early stages of the season, but not a good basketball team for sure. And then the NHL, there are only 4 games on ice because you know what happens on Saturday. We get the monster slate of games. But on Friday night, interesting, the upstart Calgary Flames take on the banged-up Pittsburgh Penguins. LA at Montreal. This is a very interesting game. LA gets knocked off by Buffalo 1-0 earlier in the week. Quick is playing great, but the Kings are just one of those teams. You say, how hard is it to flip a switch when the postseason comes around? That's the LA Kings, because playoff intensity and that mindset when the postseason gets around, you do not want to play the LA Kings. Right now, kind of going through the motions, watched the game with Brown and Williams and Kopitar, and they were kind of invisible. Lost 1-0. Jonas Enroth had the shutout. Now they go against Carey Price. Not Jonathan Quick's fault. Great goaltending on display Saturday night in Montreal. Then Florida is at Detroit. The Red Wings starting to put up some points. And we thought last year the move to the Eastern Conference would really help the Red Wings. A lot less travel than when they were in the West, but they were so beset by injuries last year. This year, the young kids, they're putting points on the board, and they've been banged up. Datsyuk's been in and out of the lineup. The one kid they want to get in the lineup is Mantha, one of their top prospects, and he broke a leg right before the start of the season. But Detroit has soldiered on, and Mike Babcock about to get a big contract extension as the head manager or the head coach of the Detroit Red Wings. And then the get-out game, Anaheim is at Edmonton. So there's plenty on the docket for you. It's a busy Friday. Oddsworthbetting.com, featured pick of the day. Build that bankroll heading into a busy weekend.